offices are next door here.
Okay.
So just give it a short speech. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, we'll see you later.
Just go in. Just go in.
Sugar is going,
Just you guys go in. Just go in. Just go in. Look at just go in.
Come on, where this girl there? Come sit down. Where this girl? Let this girl come in first. Come in.
Let the girl come in. She's a live streaming person. Yeah. Show their faces. These are journalists.
Sit down. But don't come do like Mufuta or Abiola time. Where one cameraman go climb the rogo tree. They won't take Abiola. Abiola say, "Jai one be so called the back pare."
Hello. I'm in Kano, please. I'm going to an event. So we are traveling with our colleagues today. These are journalists in Kano of print newspapers. Show their faces. They have these guys. Some of them haven't been paid in a long time.
And they pay me. I don't go do that one. Don't discredit also.
No, that one is a joke now.
I know now. So that we also exchange the two.
So what do you guys think about Nigerian Press Council bill now?
That one is an obnoxious law. So far as I'm concerned.
They are wasting it. I don't know why they keep wasting their time. Even on that Abacha, they did.
They wanted to do something like that.
They did. It didn't work. And when Buhari came, Buhari went and appointed dead people inside the press council.
I'm telling you.
That's why the press council is not working.
No.
You cannot appoint people who have died in the press council. But the most important thing I tell them is that government has no business regulating journalism.
Journalism.
If you want to regulate, there's a lot of problems in government to regulate.
That you are coming for
Exactly. You have rules that you haven't constructed. The most important thing is how journalists are writing. You know the place, right? It's next door, right?
Yeah.
You want to drive and they say
by the right. Slow down here. That is the place.
Youth inclusiveness as a driver.
That's the bench, yeah. The governor is there, we'll be scared though. If
he's inside the
they won't come for this time. But it's also possible that
Right out.
I'll send you the commissioner.
Governor, that was Governor, he came back yesterday.
The governor. If you see the commissioner, anybody that's representing the governor, tell him to come and greet president.
In fact, I will introduce you to them.
Anybody that's representing the commissioner should come and greet the president.
What is
How are you?
my president?
That's everything.
You are welcome, sir.
Is the security?
You are welcome, sir.
That's everything. We are glad to be in Kano.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes. How are you? Thank you so much. Good to see you. Yes. This will take you back in Kano. How's everything? My name is Sowore. Yes. Thank you.
In the UK, they admit not up to 2,000 barristers every year. Of course, they have different, there's a bifurcation. There are two arms of the corporation. Solicitors are registered separately, and barristers are registered separately. So as far as barristers are concerned, they register about 2,000 or less. In Ghana, it's about 500 every year. In South Africa, it's about 1,000 a year. And that is not to say that Nigeria is over-lawyers. With 160,000 lawyers in the country, that is probably less than the number of lawyers in one city in the United States. In Chicago, for instance, the last count, they have about 170,000 lawyers. This city of Chicago. What we're trying to do really is to improve
I met you before. How are you?
I'm good. Nice. People are active on social media. We have also some of the debates going on about the profession. It's trying not to make it only to be able to read law, you have to
We're not going to stay too long.
That's the position in the US.
Don't worry.
And you don't do just to read law.
Yes.
You read law. You first
What do you need this?
more than just to read law. We're not probably going to do that here, but what we're trying to do is to raise the standards in terms of entry requirements and in terms of qualification for barristers and solicitors. So, and what I would like to conclude with is just to say that this is a very important forum. Please feel free to ask any question. Visit the MBA website, www.nigerianassociation.org, I think. And also, you can send me an email. I will leave my particulars with the leaders of the association, I mean with the youth service. If you have any question regarding the Bar Association, you can email me directly and I will respond. And I will be willing to answer any question. So, once more, congratulations to the organizers of this important summit. And I would like to thank Dr. Shamsuddin for the role he's playing behind the scene. And I can see we're all delighted that this is an initiative of the youth themselves. So keep it up, and we're waiting to respond to your questions. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Let me also express my appreciation for the opportunity of being here, and I'm going to speak on journalism, especially as it regards Nigerian Guild of Editors, but also Nigerian Union of Journalists. I perhaps need to start to explain the difference or the demarcation between Nigerian Union of Journalists and Nigerian Guild of Editors. Nigerian Guild of Journalists is an umbrella body of all journalists, whether you're an editor, whether you're a reporter, whether you're a sub-editor, whether you're a proofreader. But for the Nigerian Guild of Editors, it's only for people that have attained the position of to occupy the editorial chair once you are an editor. And an editor could be an editor in a newspaper or equivalent in broadcasting or even online. It could be director of news or manager of news if he's the person who decides what goes out, when it comes to broadcasting, when it comes to publishing of news. But let me say this, that for you to be even a registered journalist, no matter even if you read mass communication, you have to be registered with the Nigerian Union of Journalists first. And if you read any other discipline, now you have to at least have a diploma. This is a law passed in 1986 after the AUJN meeting in Bauchi at Awala Hotel. And it was passed that for anybody to be registered as a journalist has to have at least a diploma. Because so many people are coming into journalism, but not really well equipped in terms of the media laws, in terms of the techniques, in terms of even the language. And of course now, for you now to be a member of the Guild of Editors, once you are editor, at least it's expected that you have put at least 12 years in journalism, unbroken. Now, at the time when Mr. Twain was saying now you have like more editors than even reporters, because everybody will now set up his own paper or establish his own radio and become the MD and editor-in-chief, and what's an editor-in-chief, what it becomes. But that is to say that, this has been somehow bastardized. Now, for you to be a good journalists now, and this is very important. You must have to have a good command of English. There's no doubt about this. You have so many journalists these days, but if you don't have the language of communication, then there is a problem. So if you are doing mass communication or expecting or hoping to be a journalist, you must be, it is very clear that you have to have a good command of communication. And the language is English. If it's Hausa, you must have a very good command in terms of spoken Hausa and written Hausa. So don't go, you can hear all sorts of things, but now what we have, these are people working in media houses. When we call them journalists, we just try to accept because they are not people don't talk. But our main concern in the guild is the promotion and protection of the ethics. We make sure you can see that just 2-3 days ago there was a bill in the National Assembly, there was a public hearing, and the guild was very prominent. And we are supposed to be very prominent since the public days in trying to oppose, because these are things that are going to counter or going to harm practice of journalism. Now on the other side, AUJ, we don't fight union labor issues. That's where now AUJ comes in. AUJ will fight for labor and welfare issues, and the guild doesn't. So for you to have now is like kind of an elitist organization of the profession. So I hope that you guys will be patient enough when you start work to spend the 12 years. So you spend the 12 years. Now you consider you will graduate from the reporter to news editor, from news editor to deputy editor, from deputy editor to business editor, then to editor, and so on. So if you don't have this practical experience, then you don't have problem of, perhaps promoting or defending the ethics of the profession. I hope later I say I've made sense to thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my professional colleagues. Maybe it's appropriate that I welcome His Excellency, the Deputy Governor, who himself is coming at the right time because he's a professional himself. In addition to being a professional politician as well. So, now over to you, the youth particularly. Do you have any questions for our colleagues? We are particularly interested in establishing a link with you, because it's you that we want to assist to become better professionals. It's you that we want to guide. It's you that we want to mentor. So particularly, how can we relate with anybody that you set up at the end of this summit that should sustain this effort of getting the Kano youth to work together? So are there any questions or comments from anybody? Come on, this is before lunch. I thought you will, okay.
Sorry, if you have a question, just come forward here. Thank you, just line up. We want a queue here. So we'll just take a question one person at a time. Thank you.
Sorry, why don't you let the youth...
He looks young. So I thought he was born. Sir, is he a confirmed youth? Okay, good.
Thank you, sir. My name is Ali Ibrahim Adamu. I'm an engineer. I'm currently studying in UK for my MSc. I have two questions, sir. The first question is for the Kano Professionals Forum. This is the first time we are hearing about the forum. So I think you need to advertise and use the media so that we can be able to reach you first. And my second question is about Kano, the NSE, sir. I heard that we just opened another branch in Kabuga at Kabuga for those of us in BUK. Are we going to have another branch in like KUT so that the students studying engineering there can easily have access to them? Thank you, sir.
Maybe take me to Yes, next. So these two questions will be answered by Engineer Lilginwan.
Yes, good afternoon. My name is Amir Ahmed Bala, and I'm about to go for my NYC and studied chemical engineering from Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, Bauchi. My question to you, sir, is in terms of Korean, you know, during youth service corps, most youths, most especially engineers, they are most of the time they do go to school for teaching. I think if it can be possible for engineering students during their youth service, they should be attached to kind of industry where they can impact more knowledge there and what have you. Thank you very much.
The next person.
My name is Bilal Nasir Musa, a National Youth Service Corps, graduated from Ahmed Bello University as a geologist. It's a comment actually I want to give about the sensitization about youth getting, most especially Kano youth getting involved, most especially Kano youth getting involved in these professional associations. What I want to advise is, please, these professional bodies should be sending delegates, most especially during, like, when new intake in the universities are admitted during their orientation courses. They should send delegates so that they should aware them. And after graduating, this is what they should know. Since, for instance, there is, as you said, sir, there is a student of accountancy that was in level 3, but still she doesn't know about all these things. So I think it will help if in the universities there is all this orientation, sending delegates so that it will help. Thank you.
My name is Mustafa Sadis Bajubu from Aminu Kano College of Islamic and Legal Studies. I would like to thank our honorable sons and our father and grandfather in law profession. My need is that I want our honorable son to make a little light on what others have been thinking about the law profession, saying that females sometimes do not deserve to be in this profession because law profession used to equalize the genders. And also some have been thinking that this profession is a profession that can lead the people into the hellfire easily. So many people may have the negative thinking about this profession, saying that when you become a lawyer, you can easily become a liar, so that you can be in hellfire. I want this, our honorable son, to make a little light about this. Thank you very much.
That is very interesting. I've never heard that. He says, to be a lawyer, it's easy to become a liar, so as to be in hellfire. I think you have the best person in the world to answer that question, the president of MBA. Yes, please. Next.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ahmed Josh, and I'll try my question is to the chairman or the organizers of this occasion, because I am not an engineer or studying engineering, and I am not an accountant or studying accountancy. I am an entrepreneur. So I think in the high table, we have to include someone that can represent a commercial organization, maybe a commissioner of commerce, or any past or present chief of any organization, so that people like me, entrepreneurs, business owners, can throw their question to him. Because I have many questions to ask, but I don't know who am I going to ask. So I don't know, maybe he didn't come or he will be around later. Thank you very much.
That's your question.
Yeah, my question is that there are certain huge amount of people, youths, which are startup mind or entrepreneurship thinking, that they want to start a business. Some they have a business plan, some they even exceed that. But one thing, source of funding, training, and grant is difficult for them to access. So I think we should address this, so that such youth will be able to find it very easy to be trained on their businesses and to be able to get a grant or loan or something like that, so that they can carry on with their businesses. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honorable Commissioner for Commerce, please note that question. You will answer it.
All right. Sorry, excuse me. Before you really want to ask this question, so we can talk. All right, don't worry. But before then, let's quickly recognize the presence of T. Governor and also Kano State Commissioner of Education and person of Professor Hafiz Abubakar. Thank you for coming, so you're welcome. We'd also like to recognize the presence, though you've heard him talk already. And we'd like to recognize his presence, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Environment, Halilu Dentie. Thank you for coming, sir. Thank you. And also, we have, it's a youth summit, so we shouldn't be surprised to have a young person who's running, who would want to run, and he has declared that he will be running for presidency, talking about a presidential aspirant and the publisher of SAHARA Reporters, Mr. Sowore. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. So we'll resume the question and answer session again. I have someone here. Sorry, what's your question, please?
Hello, my name is Comrade Jamil Magajisani. Also a member of Movement for Justice in Nigeria, and also the Secretary to Authority and NBC Youth Development Associations. My questions to all the presidents and all the summit and the organizers here is that, honestly speaking, there is a lot of graduates that graduated from that they have first degree, some with the second degree, but they are not on the provisions, some because of the situation that we have in the country and a lot of challenges that we have. So my question is that what is the ground of those people that they graduated, that they are provisions with the first degree, second degrees, some with even doctorate degrees, but they have wasted their time and also all their resources for rebuilding their life, but unfortunately they didn't even get the opportunity to be or to practice their profession. So my question to the summit is that what is the ground of those people? You are calling for people to register into the professional bodies. Well, there are so many graduated people that they have graduated, but they didn't get opportunity to practice what they learned in their school, in their study. That is my questions. I think it's also all the members of the thank you very much.
Because of time constraint, what we do is our secretary is here. Malan Garba, where are you? Garba Gita. That's the secretary of the Kano Professionals Forum. He's a former permanent secretary. He will give you, first of all, our email address. The rest of you, all the males that are in the queue, time will not permit for you to ask questions. Because we have not had enough ladies asking questions, I will allow all the 4 ladies that are in the queue. The other gentlemen go and sit down. So we'll just take the 4 ladies.
My name is Fatima Ahmed. I studied mass communication. My question is for Malam Baba Halilu Denki. Even if you studied mass communication, do you have to be practicing in a media house before you be registered with the Nigerian Union of Journalists? And then my second question, there should have been a professional from the teaching profession, teaching sector, Nigerian Institute of Teachers. It's very important.
The next lady.
The Deputy Governor has been very generous. He has asked me to permit you to ask your questions. So just wait. Yes, please.
My name is Rone Akiana. I'm a graduate of agriculture from Iowa University. So the question I want to ask is for the forum. I had you mentioning representatives from engineering, from pharmacy, from lawyers. but I didn't hear you mentioning a representative from agriculture. So I don't know if you
Thank you. The next lady.
Hello, my name is Makia Suleiman. Also, there is no representative here. Actually, my question is, how is the government meeting the sexual and reproductive needs of the adolescents and youth? We don't have any youth-friendly center in Kano. So how are they tackling it? Because youth need a friendly center to get all the reproductive information. So how is the government tackling it?
Thank you.
Thank you. Raise the mic.
Why is it so difficult for us?
Raise your mic to your mouth.
Why is it so difficult for us, the newly graduated secondary students, to find admission to the universities after passing all the exams? The WAEC, NICO, and German still run the post-UAME. If we didn't pass the post-UAME, we won't get admission to the universities. That's my information. Is it necessary for us to write the post-UAME? That's the question.
Our question is, why is it hard for secondary school leavers after writing JAM and post-UME to gain admission into higher institutions in Nigeria? That's a question, right? All right, thank you.
Well, luckily, the Deputy Governor and Honorable Commissioner for Education will answer that question.
My name is Idris. I'm a graduate of mathematics from Kano University of Science and Technology. And I'm extremely interested in financial activities, and especially stock market or stock exchange activities. So, and I heard that there is a professional budget chartered institute of stock brokers, and I have been investigating for that. But I need someone who will, tell me or guide me on how to embark in that activities and the challenge ahead. So I am well grateful to see the Honorable former Minister here. I know my question is going to be answered.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm SAHARA from the Kano College of Islamic and Legal Studies. My question goes to the President MBA. So how could the standard of the legal profession be raised in spite of our population and the inadequate learning and teaching facilities, and the fact that we're having only 2 institutions here in our state that are running the legal professional course, law? Thank you, sir.
Next.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Khalid Imam. My question goes to Professor Manzali Jibril, who happens to be, as he said, a former teacher. Why is it in the composition of your Kano professionals, there are no past presidents of teacher professional bodies or principals of secondary schools? Are teachers and principals not considered to be professional enough to be among you? And bearing in mind that every other profession ride on our back. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I think we should note that the program is a 2-day event, and there is a secretariat there. You can lodge your observation, recommendations, and questions at the secretariat there. The program will last till tomorrow. So at the end of the day, we are going to bring up a report for government consideration. So you should note that whatever you have, please, you can pass it to the secretariat there. Thank you.
The last one.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am much delighted to know that we have a professional forum. Many of us are entrepreneurs, and we have quite a number of people who are practicing in the ICT ecosystem. Kano had a very good model and started very good initiative. In some years back, we had a proposed Kano ICT Park, and Kano State started an ICT policy, and all these things are thrown overboard. I'm much happy to see that we have a professional forum, and I hope they will anchor this movement, because I want to believe that will be the turning point for revival of the lost glory of Kano. Thank you.
Okay, let me ask my colleagues to respond to the questions that apply to them, or one or two others. Let's start with alleged NTA.
She said I may sit, I prefer standing. I'm too small. May not be seen if I sit. The question the young lady asked was whether she can be a member of NUJ even before or she starts working or without working. I think the Constitution doesn't say so. The Constitution says you must be working. I think the Constitution says even for you to be registered, you have to, I think, work for 2 years, because you have to be paid check-off dues. And check-off dues are normally deducted from sources, from your salaries. So it's not as if you want to use your grade, the NUJ will just tell you. And the NUJ is a union that fights for of its members, which includes salaries, working conditions, and so on. And if you don't work, you don't have the working conditions that NUJ will fight for. And that's the answer. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let me just comment there. NUJ is probably the exception, because all the other professional associations actually have provision for student members. So you can this is to encourage you even before you qualify. If you become a student member, you sort of graduate into membership, full membership by the time you become a fully licensed, or at least you get your degree or whatever academic qualification is needed. So please, and you are the generation of ICT. All the information is there on the internet. All we are trying to do is create some awareness for you to at least start looking for the information. AB, can you?
Thank you very much. I think some questions have been raised by one or two persons. One regarding the ethical dilemma for would-be lawyers. The notion that lawyers are trained to be liars, I think, was posed. And then the issue of gender, female lawyers and all of that. Let me say that one of the first things that we try to do before you even get admitted to read law, as an important consideration, is your character. Not just learning, but character. So we pay a lot of emphasis on that. Before you get to be admitted to become a barrister, somebody has to certify as that you're a person of good character and good standing. And obviously, that's a very important burden and consideration. Lawyers are not trained to be liars. Lawyers are trained to question and to interrogate issues and to be critical thinkers and to approach matters with, from various angles and dimensions. A major objective is protection of rights and duties and obligations, whether it's in the context of presenting clients who are accused of committing offenses or in the context of negotiating on behalf of clients. We're always looking out for how we can protect rights and protect obligations. You have to remember that some of the most profound personalities that we can look up to, and that you probably have read in history, if you go back, you look, they have been lawyers. Nelson Mandela, how many of you know him? And his profound impact in the South African situation or political struggles over the years. He was one of the most influential lawyers in South Africa. Of recent, you can talk about Barack Obama, who is also a lawyer, and one of the most profound leaders of the democratic world, and probably one that you can put up as a beacon of high values and high integrity. In this country, there are many, many lawyers who have excelled and have contributed significantly. The Vice President is a lawyer, Yemi Oshibanjo, and I am not aware of anybody raising any ethical considerations or ethical issues about the Vice President's character and learning and integrity. So lawyers actually, we look out for character and integrity. So the notion that lawyers are trained to be liars is a myth, does not exist. In fact, if we know you're a liar, we'll not admit you to the profession. Regarding female gender, yes, there is an old, probably saying that there are no female in the profession. That's a myth, and increasingly that has been challenged. And in a lot of countries, including Nigeria, the population of female lawyers is increasing by the day. If you go to many of the law faculties, you see that you have a preponderance of females. So the profession is actively being taken over by female lawyers. My daughter, one of my daughters, is a lawyer. She read her first degree, she did a second degree. She was called to the Nigerian bar, she was called to the New York bar. She's practicing with a law firm in Abuja, and she's doing very well. And there are many, many other female lawyers across the country that you can look up to as professional leaders, and also contributing significantly not only to the profession but also to other national endeavors. So I would like to encourage young female children and youth to pursue a career in law and to not to be deterred by the widespread myth and all of that.
Together as he comes forward. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm not going to take up to 5 minutes. I came to Kano for a town hall meeting that is starting at 2 p.m. at the NUJ Center. But I heard about this event actually at the airport in Abuja, and I said I must attend the first youth summit in Kano. And I must tell you, Kano youth, you should be proud of yourselves, because contrary to what most people think down south, that young people here are not vibrant or do not challenge their leaders, the question that you asked today has given me a lot of hope that you are not letting your leaders get away with nothing. And on the part of the leaders, I wish that the deputy governor and the people on the high table were here when I'm giving my own talk. And that is to say that what I heard from the leaders is exactly the reason why all of you should wake up. The commissioner, the deputy governor, and everybody is acknowledging problems that have been around with us for 30 years, the same problem. And when the commissioner was going to talk, he was directing us to go to guidance and counseling in our schools. I don't even think any school still has guidance and counseling centers anymore. I doubt it. If they do, they are not capable of solving the problems that you ask for the solutions here. So young people of Kano, young people of Nigeria, let's stop in Nigeria of the answer is coming later. It has become a film that we hear about. It's like you are expecting a film to be played. This is 3 years into the tenure of the government in Kano. With due respect, they should have a solution to some of the problems by now. But the solution is this. I am standing in front of you as a young person. I want to be the president of Nigeria. In fact, I will be the president of Nigeria come next year. And we will be able to join hands together as young people to move this country forward and provide jobs and employment for ourselves, provide access and opportunity for education. This country should have nothing less than 20 admission slots for 198 people, of which 70% of them are young people. We can't keep telling them that when you turn 18, there's no university for you. So when are you going to get admission into university at the age of 70? Somebody definitely is not doing what he should be doing, and something is not right in this country. I invite you to come to my town hall meeting today at 2 p.m. I love Kano. This is my second time in Kano in 5 months. And when I came to Kano the last time, by the way, hear this, I complained about the Kano-Kaduna road. I've been told now that they have fixed the problem. So it means that when we complain, they are listening. But we are tired of complaining. We want to take control of our destiny and our future. I hope to see you at 2 p.m. at NUJ. Thank you, Kano, for inviting me. I wish you the best at this event. Great celebrations.
Thank you.
Great Nigeria for the future.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. All right, then. So
now, I think, kamar yadda ya faɗa abin da ya sa muke nan kenan domin mu fito da hanyoyin da za a inganta harkokin matasa a jihar Kano da shawara kuma tabbatar cewa an yi shi yasa aka tara wannan taro kuma kamar yadda aka sani za a gabatar da makala presentation.
Yeah, wish you all the best. Thank you. Thank you. I need cash. Can you give me cash? Thank you, Kano.
All right, so the second plenary will be divided into two sessions.
Thank you so much. Thank you, people. Thank you. Thank you. Where's my card? Do I have more cards? How are you, sir? That's everything. Why don't you guys come to the event 2 p.m. NUJ? 2 p.m. We have a summer half class. Thank you. We have an event at 2 p.m. and I want you to come at the NUJ. It's not far from here. How are you?
I'm not aware. Okay. No, you're just invited officially. You are invited now. Take back Nigeria.
Thank you. Take it back. Take it back. Take it back. Take it back.
Engineer.
Take it back.
This is Kano.
Okay. I look forward to meeting you there, please. Thank you, brothers. Thank you so much.
Incoming president.
That's the music. Yes, absolutely. How are you? Right. Nice to meet you.
Majesty.
No. I said interesting. I didn't say it's better. Thank you. How are you? Let's walk together.
Sorry, I didn't get us from you.
Okay.
Because we're partying.
Yeah, I was like thinking maybe you would see our segment.
How are you? How's everything? You're good? Where's your camera? Take me and him now. So we are running to our event.
It's turning 2 p.m.
Where's my? I need more cards. Can someone give me more?
Card, bro.
Excuse me, can you give me more cards, please? Are you coming to our event? Are you doing? Yes. Excellency. Oh, how are you? We're supposed to be in touch with you. How was the election?
Because Banjeba, I didn't go there.
Okay.
I didn't attend.
Well, hopefully, you can come to our event at 2 p.m. Where? I get a copy of the company. At where? Yeah, Maraba. Can you give me more?
Yes. Yeah. Take as much as you can, but take it back.
Take it back, man. Let's go, yeah. Yes.
Let me pick